What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video of Ted's Financials. And today, man, we're going to be talking about the most trending topic out there right now, and that's SpaceX. So if you've been paying attention to the news, SpaceX, which is a company owned by Elon Musk, you know, the big dog that we all know about, the company just went public on last Friday, and man, it's now worth $2 trillion company. And you know, today I just really want to make this video to show y'all why it's important as employees, those of us with 9 to 5s, why we need to invest in our jobs. What I mean by that is, every job we work for, or most jobs we work for, most companies, they have a stock plan that us as employees can invest in. And you know, there are 3 different ways we can invest in stock in the companies that we work for. And today I just really want to share how a majority of the employees who work for SpaceX, they all got rich overnight last Friday when the company went public. So man, I'm gonna just read this. It's gonna be very brief. I'm getting straight to the point. And as I make these videos, I'm going to start being very straightforward, and I'm gonna keep it elementary because I'm not gonna use no big words. I'm not gonna be too academia with it. But man, I'm gonna really just teach it at a level to where we all can understand, man, because you never know who may be out here watching this video. There could be somebody that's watching this video with a 5th grade education. So I'm gonna really speak it simple, straightforward, to where everybody can understand what's going on and you can apply the knowledge in the end. So let me just read what happened to the employees who work for SpaceX on Friday. And this is very important. So listen, SpaceX raised $85.7 billion on Friday. The stock opened at $150 that day, and it closed at $160 that day. The company is now valued at roughly $2 trillion, equivalent to a share price of about $168. One of the biggest winners is a Hispanic guy. He was a welder for SpaceX. He started working for the company in 2015. What he did was he received stock as a part of his compensation when he started working for SpaceX. And he had 6,500 shares of the company that he owned. Now, this brother basically got rich overnight because now his shares are worth $1.09 million. So what that tells you, man, even as employees, we can make extra money just by investing in the stock for the companies that we work for. Over 4,000 employees got rich on Friday from SpaceX. The welder, the cafeteria workers, the janitors, all of them, if they invested in stock for SpaceX years ago, they now got their stocks their shares are pretty much worth a pretty decent amount right now. As you can see, my man right here, his shares are worth $1 million. So let me break this down in elementary terms. The first thing I'm gonna teach them. You may be saying, man, I don't know nothing about no stocks. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's break down the definition of stocks, because everybody and their mama is out there on the social media talking about it. But what is a stock, man? Why do I need to invest in it? What's the purpose? A stock is basically a piece of ownership in a company. A stock is usually broken down by shares, and those shares are offered to the general public for us to purchase. The shares is pretty much the piece that, like the equity in the company. So for an example, Walmart has a stock. That stock pretty much is offered to the general public. We can put our money and buy a stock, and basically our money will help fund Walmart. So the stock market, pretty much in general, to sum it up, whenever people invest in a company through the stock market, you are really helping fund that company. That's why Elon Musk became a trillionaire overnight. Because when everybody jumped on SpaceX, when everybody jumped on the wave on Friday, when everybody jumped on the SpaceX wave, we were basically investing money into that company to fund it. That's why it's worth so much money now. And basically, man, you know, when you are an employee, you need to be wise enough to invest in stock for the company that you work for. And I'm making this video because I have regrets. I worked at Amazon for 4 years, from 2020 to 2024. At the time I started working for Amazon, the stock was worth $173. Today, it's worth $237. I was offered a stock plan as an employee to invest in stock in the company at Amazon, but I never did it. The whole 4 years I was working, I never did it. So man, I say that to say, there are 3 different ways you can invest in stock for the company that you work for. You can do an employee stock plan. Most companies offer an employee stock plan to where, and it's usually included in your benefits. They give you the option, you can select if you would like to do an employee stock plan to invest in stock for the company that you work for. The second way you can do it is by something called a restricted, stock units, or make sure I'm not giving you guys the wrong information here. Or stock options, basically, that's like a contract to where they are giving you the right to buy shares in the company. Or of course, you can have the 401ks and the ESOPs. Now the ESOPs, pretty much you can use that to allocate company stock to your retirement account without you having to spend your own money. So that'll pretty much be from the company. But those are the 3 different ways that you can invest in stock for the company that you work for. The employee stock plan, stock options, or just the typical 401k or the ESOPs, where the company does all that for you. But man, just be wise. This is just something to think about. And this SpaceX wave, man, just investigate it, do your research, do your own homework, and take this as a lesson, man, that wherever you're working for, talk to HR, see if there's a way that you can invest in the stock plan. But that's all I have for you today, man. Y'all stay blessed, stay focused, keep grinding. 1.